Statistics tell us that 70% of churches today are in need of revitalization. That is 70 out of 100 churches. Or if you would apply that to our BMA of Mississippi Association, that means that 130.2 out of our 186 churches are in need of revitalization. Statistically, only 56 of our associational churches would be outside the need of help. Understand, you and your church are not alone in this situation. If we were honest with ourselves, many more of our churches, pastors, and laymen would acknowledge the need and fight for help. Please, don't allow pride to keep you from pursuing the principles and help that can transform your church. We want you to thrive, to realize that your church's best days are in the future and not just in the past. Let us help you discover what level of help you may need. The first and most basic level is level 1, the revitalization level. Let us take a few minutes and unpack this level, who it's for, how it will help, and what you can expect from this level. Level 1 is for the church that finds itself in the late stages of recline or the early stages of decline. Let's understand these terms. Recline is the stage or the church that finds itself when growth, whether it's numerical or spiritual, has plateaued, or a church that has gone more than 3 to 5 years without statistical growth. This means that your attendance growth, though you may have added people to the church, has stayed static or plateaued. You have as many leave the church as are added to the church. Spiritually, you find yourself in a rut, doing the same things because that is what you have always done. Evangelism and discipleship are more internally focused than community focused. Baptisms are rare, and the vitality of the church is not bad, but it's also not great. The church can be summed up as safe, stable, or the same year after year. A church in its early stages of decline experiences all the same signs of a reclining or plateaued church, with the major difference being in statistics. The attendance and participation numbers are not remaining static, but they are slowly declining. Most churches in decline decrease at a yearly rate of 2 to 4%. So the average church of 70 will see a year-over-year decrease of about 1 to 4 people a year. At that rate, it would take roughly 7 years for a church of 70 to really feel the impact of decline, meaning the church attendance would be down 7 to 28 people. That church of 70 would now be a church of 60 or 40. At the same time, level 1 is for the reclining or early stage of decline church that is financially sound, has a full or part-time pastor, and the church has a willing spirit to be challenged and encouraged in the principles of revitalization. A financially sound church, though the budget may be tight, is capable of paying their own bills, supporting their pastor, and investing in the Great Commission. The pastor's involvement is paramount to the success of a revitalization work. In reality, it cannot be accomplished without the leadership and vision of the pastor. Finally, the church must be willing to work with the pastor and Revitalize team to help the church grow again. Does this describe you? As you look over the last 7 years of your church life, have you stayed stagnant even though new people have joined your church? Or do you find your numbers decreasing at a slow rate of attrition? Are you financially sound at the moment? Do you have a willing pastor and church membership? If the answers to these questions are yes, then revitalization is for you. Level 1 of the Revitalize ministry will help your church understand the reality that you find yourselves in, and then build a unique plan that will point you and your church to the opportunities to grow again. The Level 1 church and pastor will go through a number of initial assessments that will reveal the health of the church. From that assessment, we will place the pastor with different coaches that will help him with training, development, vision, and mission planning. This coaching is designed to develop the pastor in the areas of ministry that are key components of a growing and thriving church. The church itself, with the help of the pastor and church leadership, will be led through a revitalization training plan that will encourage and challenge the church towards effective ministry. You as a whole will be given teaching, training, and ideas that will point the church towards biblically based changes. Our goal is to see your church move from stagnation or decline to passion and growth. Because there is no financial commitment between the church and the missions office, this level is purely voluntary. We at the missions office, we're committed to seeing you and your church thrive, and we will do everything in our power to accomplish this goal. However, the local church and the individual pastor are not under any obligation. Our prayer is that the church and the pastor will fully commit to revitalization, and we will anticipate that every Level 1 church will do even more. Will you and your church do a quick assessment of your ministry? Are you a Level 1 church? Do you find yourself in this position? And will you partner with us to see your church vibrant and thriving again?